Overflowing crematoria. Corpses floating in the flood filled the town. Carcasses dumped unheeded. Where is this cruelty? Why did this happen? Want to know? Continue to watch. Paris. City of love, light, fashion, and food. Wait. That's now. Let's go back to 17th centuries. Let's take a flash back to the 17th century. This story begins in the 17th to 18th century, when the Romans were in power, and they used to cremate their dead, but then Christianity became popular and brought the custom of burial into practice. In the 16th and 17th centuries, the population of Paris grew to 200,000. Paris was a small and crowded city then. So many people, so many diseases, and so many deaths. The wars of that time were also a cause of many deaths. It was a cursed period for the city of Paris. There was no place to bury in the crematorium. What to do? 6 feet became 4 feet, and 4 feet became 2 feet. Finally, they burned the dead bodies and started stacking only the bones and the skulls to the sides of the wall. Death upon death. The diseases that spread at that time were one of the reasons for the dead bodies to overflow in the crematorium. In Les Innocents cemetery, corpses were just thrown away. Rotting corpses still spread disease. The city was filled with the smell of corpses. Even famous French perfumes had the smell of decomposed flesh. To top it all, a massive rainstorm sent dead bodies floating on the streets. King Louis XVI was forced to do something drastic. Paris had a lot of empty limestone mines during that period, which was misused by the thieves and the prostitutes only. It was a win-win situation. So, King Louis came up with a new law. No more burying in the city. All the bones and skulls from the crematorium should be transferred to the quarries. This quarry is 64 feet below the bustling streets of Paris. From 1786, nightly processions of covered wagons transferred remains from most of Paris's cemeteries to the mines. The catacomb was only a place to collect bones for the first few years. This is how the catacombs of Paris became the resting place of 6 million bones. From 1810, Mr. Louis-Étienne Héricard de Thury, director of Paris Mine Inspection Services, gave aesthetic patterns to the walls of bones and changed this into a visible museum. He also added monumental tablets, archways bearings, ominous warning inscriptions, stone tablets bearing descriptions or comments about the nature of the ossuary. Funeral practices have respect for the ancestors, and they need to be performed for the souls to move to the next world properly. But on the other hand, the catacombs are not on the sacred side, They were getting rid of the bones in a non-sacred manner. Do the builders of the Paris Catacombs desecrate the souls of the dead by moving their bones from cemeteries to the dark tunnels beneath the city? Moving the bones of so many deceased people unleashed a dark force that still haunts. Catacombs are a grim reminder and a life lesson that teaches us that we don't have any control over our possessions, including the bones we leave behind.